Okay.
No.
Um,
So I'm
let's
curious
see.
what they're going to get rid of here. They're
10
playing against the
seconds
Marana,
remaining.
so you probably want to get rid of any potential setup that they could have.
5
They've
seconds
already banned out
remaining.
to the Mars themselves on Brazil. What's the scariest arrow combination that could come out of the offlane? You feel?
I think. Well, it depends because like neither a lot of the offlane heroes are
Dive's
already
turn to
banned, right?
ban.
And so I'm not sure what they want to take. Um, maybe Sand King or Slardar. I know Slardar's banned, right? Yeah. So Sand King, Axe is a decent combo.
10
We've seen
seconds.
Tidehunter a few
Dive's
times. I
turn
think
to
all those
pick
heroes are pretty
ingredients.
decent.
Choose.
Either way, it seems that they're more worried about any potential early game push coming up from 5ManMidas so they get rid of that Beastmaster. But that's not really a Lukey hero. More
No,
likely
not really.
Night Stalker picked up pretty quickly here in 5ManMidas. That's what I'm expecting is going to come out.
10 seconds.
Well, we'll
5
see.
seconds.
We have plenty of reserve time left. There it is.
Night Stalker.
So he ran a lot of this at BTS or the Summit 13 online, right?
Yeah.
A lot of teams ended up banning it out against him as well. He does a great job with crippling fear, and it's good against every hero picked up so far on Team Brazil. So able to do a lot of work. Faces Void. Generally, he builds the BKB sometimes, but you don't feel that happy unless it's like your third or your fourth item. You might be forced to build it like second or third at this
10
point if you're playing against a Night
seconds
Stalker.
remain.
Same goes for Void Spirit. Usually you want to use a Yule Scepter as your dispel to get rid of
5
silences,
seconds
but it's not going to do a damn thing against a Night Stalker.
Yeah. That's pretty dope.
Marana picked up as well. Crystal Maiden. The mana sustain is pretty nice, but CM, it's felt a little bit underwhelming in this tournament to me. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It does feel like it has been a little underwhelming, but the big issue is that
Radiant spam.
well,
Phantom
okay. Well,
Assassin.
there's a PA. I was gonna say the big issue you have is like typically like PA or Crystal Maiden offers like a lot of mana regen to your team here, and there's not a lot of heroes that can take advantage of it. Like Faceless Void, he doesn't really care too much about having a little bit of extra mana regen. Like it is nice, but it's not like super value. The Void Spirit it does help out a lot with, but yeah, I'm a little bit concerned because this hero I feel like is just gonna get ran over by a Night Stalker and Undying.
Yeah, absolutely. CM is just going to become food in this game, and I'm not sure the impact that she's going to have. It's all right against the Phantom Assassin, the CM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something that she has going for her. But as the game goes on, eventually Phantom Assassin is just going to be able to one hit her.
5
So in the laning phase, for a little while, especially if you max out Frostbite first, you have that like 6-second lockdown, or sorry, a 3-second lockdown, a 6-second cooldown. So you got like 50% uptime. But she's going to be able to jump you from like 1,200 range away or something like that when she has the Blink Strike talent, and you will be blown up before her blur even ends, just so incredibly quickly. Last pick coming out here from 5ManMidas. What do you want to see?
Gosh, I mean, it needs to be a support. The question is, which is a good 4 here that deals with the Faceless Void and pairs well with the Night Stalker.
Oracle?
Lena's banned. Well, I don't think you.
Turn to pick.
Oh. Now this is not one we were expecting. So we see a pause for Enigma.
Yeah, that is way out of left field. That is super greedy.
I don't know how this one's gonna work. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, Void Spirit, he struggles to deal with it up until he gets his Aghanim Scepter, right? But
Yeah.
you got several cancels here. You got the Arrow, you got the Aether Revenant, you got the Chronosphere, and you got whatever Team Brazil's going to pick up here last.
Yeah, that was I don't know how I feel about this Enigma pick here. I mean, the thing that is nice is it does deny a lot of experience over early, and so maybe Night Stalker can have like a favorable lane with where the equilibrium is going to be, like by denying creeps essentially. But Yeah, this is a weird one. I'm not really sure how I feel about that one.
Mhm. Well, either way, they're probably going to pick up another stun here on Team Brazil if they see an Enigma on the other side. I mean, they banned out Rubik themselves, so it's possible they were thinking about Enigma. It was just a deny pick. Yeah. God, what's it going to be, man?
All right, Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
So King RD is going to take that mid or off lane. Sorry, we're going to be seeing 40R in the mid lane Void Spirit, which is expected. It is going to be Sonic Enigma, so that's the 4 position. This is a weird draft here from 5ManMidas. We'll see how it pays off. I'm a little bit worried because now you have this Mag Faces Void combo, and I don't know if the PA can keep up with it.
Yeah. It's hard to say. Costa Bile, I mean, this guy farms amazing. He's like one of the best Terrorblades in the world, in my opinion. Faces Void, he's also pretty good on. It's going to be a real struggle out farming him with this Empower. The only thing that's an issue with this one is given that King RD is playing it, a lot of time Faces Void and Magnus are going to be playing on different areas of the map, so you're not going to be able to take advantage of it 100% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's one of those things like kind of when we see 4 Zoomers take this on Gunner, right? He ends up getting some big farm for himself, but doesn't always bring that Empower over to your allies like you typically see from the 5, who would just follow your core around the map, constantly giving them that Empower.
And Gunner on the Magnus is hilarious. He gets some amazing shearers off. Still one of my highlights of this tournament so far is just him pulling back the Medusa from was it the tier 3 tower all the way into the fountain.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't at the tier 3 too. It was below the tier 3 they were sieging, and he manages to pull her all the way to the fountain.
But this game should be a real treat, everybody. Open qualifier team from North America up against Team Brazil. Luki's premium match in this tournament. Excited to see what he accomplishes on one of his signature heroes. Not his signature hero, the Pango, of course, but Night Stalker, he's just seen a lot of success with.
Oh, and we're paused. Whoops. But yeah, you're right. This is something that Luki has had a lot of success with. Kind of brought Night Stalker back into the scene to an extent. Like, a lot of teams weren't playing this hero or picking it, and then they saw Luki in, what was it? When did they play No Pango recently? Was it Open?
Success in the Summit 13.
That's what it was, yeah. And the Summit 13, and they ended up doing some really good games with that Night Stalker, and then ended up getting respect banned in a lot of times.
Yep, and more people started picking it. It's been more popular in China for a little while. People over there, they run it with a Blink Dagger, which just to gap the distance instantly. Suddenly you're on top of somebody with that silence. It does so much work.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds ridiculous getting a Blink Dagger on somebody who's got like unobstructed movement when they have Dark Ascension has so much movement speed, but it actually makes a world of difference. Just that, I don't know, 1 or 2 second 1 or 2 seconds you're saving getting on top of the target, because that can make the difference between winning or losing a team fight in Dota.
Yeah, that's true.
But let's go. Game number 1 of the last game of the group stage, everybody. Get excited. Show some love to this North American Open qualifier team. Team Brazil, they already have enough love. They're winners of, what is it, the Aorus League that happened recently?
Yeah, they were. I mean, this Team Brazil has looked very good in general, and if it wasn't for the 2-0 earlier today by Thunder Predator, I mean, they had a shot at upper bracket, but one of the things we learned is that 2-0 actually locks in positions 1 through 5. And it actually confirms Jaguars to 8th as well, right?
Yeah. Oh, Luki's going to go down. It's just too far forward. And it looks like RL is going to go down as well.
Oh, the bash. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Frostbite into Arrow. Was a great setup there. They just get 2 quick kills, and now Team Brazil off to a fantastic start.
Yeah, I have to correct myself before Twitch chat gets the chance to. It's already been too long. Ricky, I'm going to look like a baby analyst. It's actually Movie Star League of Pro Gaming Season 6. Not Aorus League, they forgot to invite Team Brazil to by mistake.
I did cast that one, but there's so much Dota that I have been covering. Plus, It was a little while ago, so.
Yeah. That one they forgot to invite Team Brazil by mistake. Movistar Pro Liga Gaming is actually by Live Media, not 4D Esports. We did a great job on Realms Collide: The Burning Darkness, by the way. But yeah, a completely different tournament. The Team Brazil won.
All right. We'll see the mid lane go pretty decently for the Void Spirit at the beginning few levels as expected, and then it eventually kind of tilts even as the Invoker gets more and more points into that Quas. Just so you have that regen to out-sustain the Faceless Void. They already forced the Magnus Salve in the bottom lane, and he's already tangoed up, so he doesn't have a lot of regen to work with. This is just all because of the Undying, of course.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit easier for Magnus once Undying goes through the majority of his mana. Yeah, but until then, he's really going to struggle. Just give my game a quick restart. I ran into a microphone bug. It wasn't getting picked up by in-game audio just now.
Oh, that is an annoying bug.
Yeah. For all the viewers on Dota TV, I want to give them the best experience possible as well.
Shu just getting chased around. He obviously wants to deny himself, and Thelacore doesn't want to let it happen. He gets the auto attack off. That's a kill. I mean, definitely worth blowing your leap charges for that one.
Ended up using all three. Knew exactly what he was up to there. Didn't get the last hit onto him. I think it would have secured him a little bit more gold if he got that one. Top lane. KJ actually brought down Lukey here.
Yeah, the level 2 on the Crystal Main came out. We got some harassment from Crystal Nova, Frostbites. Some good bashes as well.
This is one of the craziest level 2s in the game on any hero. I mean, the slow and the stun time and 2 very high damage nukes. A lot of the time people expect you to go the Arcane Aura level 2, but you have so much kill potential here if you go Frostbite, Crystal Nova. But not much mana regen because your int is so low at the start.
Yeah, you have to get that Arcane Aura.
I mean, he got the kill on Face's Void, or sorry, Lukey because of it, it seems. But
yeah, absolutely worth it. It's paid off already. We'll see, her be able to pull off some stacking here in the mid game. You've already pretty much secured your Faceless Voids lane for the foreseeable future. It's 15-3. Lukey basically being left solo because they have jungling Enigma, right? Sonic has just been jungling since the start of the game, and that's pretty much what he's going to do.
Maybe they'll bring back the jungle in the next patch. Wouldn't that be neat?
Nah, I'm pretty sure Ice Frog has said he despises jungling in every possible scenario.
Has he actually said that?
Yeah.
I see.
That's been the word on the street.
Word on the street is he's an actual frog, and he doesn't actually code Dota 2 anymore because he's a frog.
Yeah, that would make sense. Bottom lane, Shu goes down again. Killing spree now for the Mirana. 3-0-1. Involved in 4 of the 5 kills. That feels pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a great job here. This is like a Flea's specialty, but Thelacore has definitely been making it his own. I really liked how Team Brazil has branded out their lineup here by adding Thelacore to it. I think a lot of it has come down to communication, them being able to speak in Brazilian Portuguese rather than English.
Yeah, that'd make the most sense.
We'd have to ask Coach Mags.
Would indeed. Sonic just struggling now because Mirana is going to invade his jungle and cause so many issues. You don't really need... Ooh, the arrow ends up connecting on a creep there. It might have actually secured a kill onto the Enigma. So it was dodging a... I was going to say dodging a bullet, but dodging an arrow, I guess.
Well, you can dodge a bullet, you can dodge an arrow.
That's true.
Mirana, Thelacore not slowing down as the Arcane Aura active and declared. Just moving from lane to lane, making sure everyone knows that they are not safe, keeping them on their toes here, which messes with your ability to CS and harass heroes out of lane.
He has 19 wand charges on this Mirana. That feels really good.
Considering he's not even sitting in a lane a lot of the time, how he's built up these wand charges is a mystery to me. Stifling Dagger does help a little bit, though. I imagine he'll throw out an arrow once his range creep goes down.
Ooh. He's eyeballing Shu, but the thing is Thelacore is pretty content just kind of roaming, applying pressure. He's going to get double bounty rune here. There's no real way to stop it. Night Stalker now finally level... well, he's not level 5, but it is nighttime, so... a little bit of a better start for him.
Yeah, still doesn't have much money to work with, unfortunately. Only 16 last hits at 5 minutes, 20 seconds into the game. Of course, it means his kill potential is limited here, right?
Yeah.
You want like level 6, 7 on your Night Stalker. Usually you want like 3 points into your Void, 1 to Crippling Fear, 2 into Hunter of the Night, and then like your phase boots before you have that much kill potential.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before he has
Radiant's bottom
you know, too
tower
many
is
items.
under attack.
He does see KJ here on the Crystal Maiden pinging it out, and they even are rotating over Sonic, but they're actually trying to make the gank onto Sonic as 4DR. I mean, he's level 6. He's just gonna be able to blow up that hero no problem. Remnant off the mark, so Luki should be fine. A 1-for-1 trade. Overall, I think favoring Luki here, just because you do pull that 4DR Void Spirit out of the mid lane for a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit better for him for sure. I feel like Core is going to take advantage of this one by soaking up mid XP. You know, the fact he just had to walk back and forth. He's not doing that bad for XP, given the fact that he hasn't sat in a lane, though. KJ rotates here, too. A little bit confusing me. I mean, I guess this is just to fill up 4DR's bottle, but there's no way they're going to be able to jump this Quaswex Invoker.
Yeah, not at all. If Ghostbila gets a bash top lane onto Luki, we could see a Chrono come out. Excuse me. They are rotating up a couple heroes, though, as a result. Just trying to get this Brash. They're just going to commit the Chrono, and that's an easy arrow. Thelacore to follow. Not in time, though. He ends up missing everything, and now Thelacore out of position. No leaps left. He's going to be able to get a little bit of mana thanks to that wand that we talked about, but 40R, nice rotation. He'll be able to take down Luki, and now RRL on the Invoker. All right, 4 heroes to the top lane. They get him.
And just like that, 4DR having an amazing game so far. Only 7 minutes in, he is sitting here at 3 kills, no deaths, and 41 and 8 last hits. Second in the net worth chart to his other Void counterpart, the Faceless Void.
Yeah. So this is an issue you have with this jungling Enigma. You have your Enigma and your Night Stalker are both pretty much at the bottom in net worth. Like, they're both really struggling. You lost your top tier 1 tower. It is still nighttime, so it does favor the Night Stalker in a little bit.
No, hold the phone, Ricky. Important things to talk about here. Okay, Dark Ascension comes out, not as important. Have you seen Enigma's build?
Dire's bottom tower is
Wait a
under
minute.
attack.
Yes.
Sonic.
He is going first item Blink Dagger. No boots, no clarities. He's just gonna die to 4DR here, in fact, if he's not.
Yeah, that's a weird one for sure.
Yeah. Just off the mark. But yeah, this guy, he's just going for first item Blink Dagger, nothing else. This is a very all-in. If he whiffs his first black hole, if it doesn't end up finding a kill, he's going to feel useless for the next several minutes afterwards. This is a 200-second cooldown. He's putting it all in on this, and he can't reveal his Blink Dagger just yet either. I think he needs to just leave it on his courier and have his courier follow him around. Because if they know that he's gone this, then it completely ruins it for him.
Now he's gonna just smoke immediately. The great kill would be the Void Spirit, but I don't know if they have the damage for that is the problem, right? Like, I don't know what you do there.
You do 400 pure damage with the black hole, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he's still only level 5. You need level 6 before you can use the black hole.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like the fact that his Blink Dagger has come out already. I don't think he was expecting to get this this Blink Dagger before he hit level 6.
Nice ward here bottom. They're scoping out this PA. The question is, who's going to go first? It will just be the root into the arrow. Nice setup. King RD is here. Does have RP, but Sonic with the... There's your Blink reveal. Doesn't really get you a whole lot, but Tornado EMP onto the Mirana. She does get the leap away, but should fall here. And this going to keep them... going to keep the PA safe. A little bit of gold going their way as well.
This is ridiculous. All right, they smoke up now. They have the black hole. They're looking for someone. They're not joking around. These NA open qualifier teams, they got psychopaths on them.
Dude, they need to find a kill here, or at least a big one. Like I said, the black hole would be sick. He goes it, finds 2 right onto the mag. On the backside, there's your counter, though. The Chrono perfectly placed from Ghostbila, and RD's gonna get the RP as well. All right, 2 for 0. They get the Crystal Maiden, but that's not that good. Shu trying to run for his life. Only level 4 on the Undying. Not going to make it out. Void scared. He's blown all of his spells. There's going to be a nice EMP, but Invoker tanks an arrow. They're going to be able to just chase him down. The bashes, they're there. They don't have the damage. 40R. He's running away. Luki trying to close the gap. Will he be able to get the... oh my god, he gets the Magnus, but the bashes from Costa Bile just too damn many. It's a 5 for 2 at the end of the day.
Oh no, the first item, Blink Dagger, ended up being a disaster. Void was there with the Chronosphere and they ended up turning it on them. They needed to win that fight considering what they gave up to make that happen. And that's 2100 XP going their way at 1200 gold. An absolute disaster for 5ManMidas.
Radiant's bottom tower is
They're just down for another 140 seconds now. They've got no black hole available and all they've got in this Enigma is a Blink Dagger. I mean, he's sending himself out shoes now, but...
Oh, dude, I love shoes. Shoes are nice.
bottom tower is under attack.
Top lane, could you get the Magnus here with RL Invoker? I mean, you don't have the urn, but you have a lot of control for the most part. Shu's going to drop the tombstone. They cannot let him get the skewer away. The ice wall is there. The soul rip. King RD, a big kill going their way if they can find it, and they do. Sends it over to the Invoker. Gets his urn charges. And with the catapult in the top lane, might be able to threaten the tower. Delacor mid. Gotta be careful, but he's just baiting it out. Nice setup from him, and they will take down Luki on the Night Stalker.
This will open up the tower for them as well. Catapult behind them. Fortify coming out from both sides there. I think they'll just be able to get it. 40R will just blow up his creep wave as quickly as possible with the Resonant Pulse and Dissimilate, and they'll tank up until his creep wave gets here. So trading the mid for the top tower is still pretty good for Team Brasil. Obviously coming on top of this engagement as well. Now sitting 5k net worth advantage only 12 minutes into the game.
And Fjordiar is rushing the Aghanim Scepter, which against the Enigma seems pretty good, right? I mean, you have this AoE silence now to deal with Black Hole. It's also incredible against the PA. Pretty much every hero here is going to struggle against it.
Yep. Costa Bile now finally clearing up these ancient stacks. Gets the last of the tier 1 neutral items. Main is helping him out with that in power. He really is... I mean, you're not in that much of a place that you're struggling right now in Phases 4. You're sitting second on the net worth. Your team is up pretty far in.
Bait to the mid lane. Potentially the Illusion Rune's going to remove that Malefice, though. Dark Ascension comes out. They'll just probably settle for the Crystal Maiden at least. So Shu decays her, takes that kill, no problem. Luki trying to provide the vision, find these heroes on the backside, but they are protected by the Moonlight Shadow.
There is little hope for Dire's
Now-
middle tower.
I'm trying to set up around the mid lane here, I feel. Black Hole's up in another 15 seconds. I think they're looking to take this tower.
I mean, they're doing what they can, but I don't know if you actually have the time to get this tower. Dark Ascension's over. They have the fort. 40R rotating on in. You still have pretty much everything available. The Chrono, the RP. But they'll just back out on Brasil instead. Or rather, they're not going to continue the chase as they back out on 5ManMidas.
Luki is struggling to find anything in the jungle. They'll have to play slow for another minute and a half here until nighttime rolls around again. In Phases Void, you know, the longer you wait, the further he's going to increase the disparity between him and his Phantom Assassin, thanks to that in power.
Yeah, you don't have the Battle Fury yet either. You're still you're still about 800 gold away.
600. They decreased the price of broadsword.
Is it 1,000? Oh shoot! Wow.
Yeah. That was, I think, the most recent patch.
Not a carry player, by the way. All right, they smoke up, go high ground. Luki might be in some trouble. Chrono is going to clip him. Almost finds RRL, but a tombstone dropped. Plenty of zoning spells here. Going to be able to allow them to secure the kill. That arrow, you saw that? I'm certain that's what you're circling.
Yeah. I was hitting the Alpha Wolf and jumping in front of Luki. Get down, Mr. President. PA continuing to find out the jungle here, but she's got to get back. They're going to find her here. In fact, Costa Bile does, and the team is going to be not far behind.
Ooh, bash. Oh, that is unfortunate. Only 1 point in the blur, and the rest of the team here, it's an easy kill. Goes away with Costa Bile's Faces Void. Top lane. Where are we at Sonic? All right, just going BKB now.
Yes. He didn't have the boots last time I said, but he finally finished them now. I guess he just wants to move around the map faster. But Phantom Assassin definitely should have known that those heroes were coming. I mean, they just cleared out the enemies over in the mid lane. They were obviously going to run bottom because the lane was shoved in way too far there. Got out pretty
He's got no astral steps, no dissimilate. They might be able to finish off the void spirit. Crippling fear is there. They got the dust on him. Cooldown 1 second. 40R. Can't get down to the low ground. Lukey will be able to pick up a kill, and a big one finally on this void spirit. 525 wicked 6 Spreak.
Yeah, the guy and 40R has been having an amazing game. They definitely need these kills on him for recovery. KJ, he's just going to go down here as well. The flying vision means you cannot hide in those trees. And they're getting very little in the meantime here on Team Brasil.
Yeah, this is at least some sort of recovery here for Lukey on this Night Stalker. I mean, he's been struggling all game, gets himself, what? Yeah, that didn't count the Void Spirit death, but close to 800 gold on his hero here.
Yeah. They get the recovery. They got a catapult that they're pushing the top wave with. That'll open up the outpost. So they'll grab that before making their way back in the jungle. So against all odds, they managed to take the tier 2 tower before Team Brasil does.
Yeah, and holding outpost is a big deal. In comes Thelacor with a DD rune, a Yules. He's level 10, by the way. Just hits an easy tornado onto them too, though. But no way to save Shu. He goes down.
Still a bit of a boon grabbing that shrine, or sorry, the tier 2 tower in the outpost there. Thelacor will have to grab it back. 17 minutes about to roll around. Tier 2 neutral items will start dropping. So both teams, I imagine, will stop for a minute and find themselves those before taking another fight here.
Kits really just needs to farm. He has his Battle Fury now, and until he can get like a second item, like the Deso, into then a BKB, which this game BKB might not even be worth it. I think you might have to still, though. All right, they're going to walk up onto the high ground. Costa Bile silenced by Lukey's Night Stalker, but he's in a terrible spot as he just gets frostbitten into another arrow. And this is just the game plan from Brasil, man. They have so many ways of setting up these arrows.
And they've got the super hard lockdown here on Team Brasil and on 5ManMidas. I mean, a lot of what you have is falling back on this black hole from the Enigma who rushed this Blink Dagger first. This is a 200-second cooldown. If you use it and you don't get tons from it, I mean, they're just going to run at you.
Oh, boy. You blink right into an arrow on the Enigma. Thelacor just waiting for it. And now the Chrono on the backside does catch PA and the Invoker. Kits cannot go anywhere thanks to the Aghanim Scepter from 40R. They take down 3 Shu on the run. Try to maybe get KJ before he dies, but it's just going to be a triple kill for Costa Bile. And a Roche to boot, most likely here, right?
Yeah, that's going to be Roshan. I'm afraid to say that's just not the play. You don't solo Black Hole to Crystal Maiden and blink into an arrow to get there. This is looking pretty rough. The last pick Enigma is definitely not it from 5ManMidas. Just struggling to fight anything this game. I mean, Lukey, he's had a solid performance, all things considered. The rest of the team, they're just crumbling, though.
It's been a rough one, pretty much in every lane. They, have some farm on your PA, but it doesn't seem like it's going to matter because, they have so many good controls. Controlling spells here on the side of Team Brasil. The Mirana is just completely enabled, and as a result, she's 4th on net worth in front of the Magnus and all of the other cores of 5ManMidas.
Okay, they are going to be able to find a kill onto 4DR here.
Well, maybe. Crippling Fear expires. He gets the RP. 4DR, he's got 2 Astral Steps, a dagger, but will finally tick down to the earth. Now Lukey flying above everybody else, giving plenty of vision. Costa goes in, going for this tombstone, but doesn't look like they're ready to fight here on the side of 5ManMidas. They're a little bit afraid. Arrow, not going to connect. I mean, you have no Chrono.
Yeah, this is something we talked about. If you don't have the Black Hole, you struggle to fight the heroes in Team Brasil. It is the only lockdown ability you have. Lukey, he's got a lot in his kit. Crippling Fear doing tons against the Void Spirit. That's why he went down there. But if this guy went any defensive items, he'd be alive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's doing, right? He's queued up the BKB. He's got the Ogre Axe already. And once he has that, I don't know how you deal with him.
Yeah, at that point, your Crippling Fear isn't going to do anything. It's got to be the Black Hole, and you haven't managed to land a good one yet this game. 2 have come out so far. Both of them onto the Crystal Maiden. One of them onto the, Magnus as well.
Yeah.
That was the first one. I think it was on the CM and the Magnus, but that one was interrupted by the Chronosphere. I mean, I think it was struggled like hell for this first item Blink Dagger, and then continued to struggle afterwards.
They're just charging down Sonic in the bottom lane. A nice setup here from Delacor, and with the rotation from 40R, an easy pickoff. So much magic damage coming out from the Void Spirit already, and Mirana, of course, plenty of catch. You have Leaps, Force, and Yules. And it's not going to be slowing down here anytime soon. I mean, they can keep doing this over and over. You can see the mid lane, KJ, looking to try and close the gap here onto the Invoker. They get the Clumsy Net. The Root, a good EMP, going to burn a lot of mana, but he's just by himself. Deafening Blast will disarm that Faceless Void, but he's got a Chrono. He's going to get silenced up for the time being, but he's still just going to beat down RRL despite it all. And you can just chase Lukey here if he wants. Opting not to for the time being, thanks to this Tombstone.
There's Belay realizing how powerful he is as the Night Stalker runs up with the Crippling Fear and just attacks him back underneath it. Doesn't matter that he's got the Dark Ascension active. And there's the Chronosphere onto the PA.
Yep, MKB completed there means there's no surviving that, and they're going to rotate over, find Lukey, a convenient first hit bash there coming in. No mana on King RD for the RP for another second. I was wondering if he was going to commit it for Shu. It'd be pretty funny, but instead, double kill for the Faceless Void as he just continues to beat down the side of 5ManMidas.
Speaking of funny, Belay killed Pitts with the funny meme number.
Wow, he did. That is a funny meme number. 322. All right.
Just like that, and tier 2 tower is now down. Very little to stop them from defending this high ground here. I mean, you can throw out the Tornado EMP. This is what Invoker excels at. They're just holding these towers, stalling out the game, but that's all you're going to be able to do is stall. I don't see how you turn this game around at this point.
You have a level 18 Faceless Void, man. I don't know if it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, we've said this before in a game of Beast Coast against... who were they playing? That was Beast Coast versus 5ManMidas. I mean, these guys are the kings of the comeback kings.
Yeah, they are.
But I think it might be too hard this time.
Yeah, it looks pretty rough. The Enigma is respawning. You do have the Black Hole, but the Yules, the setup into Arrow, they catch the Night Stalker. He doesn't have Dark Ascension anyway, but it is just a little bit of a zoning tool here. PA has already walked top as she wants to try and just farm and push out this lane as much as possible. Kits, I mean, he's got to come online, but you still don't even have the Desolator.
Yeah, 5ManMidas has barely had a game here. She got the Battle Fury online, and then since then she struggled to find anything, right? Just constantly taking unfavorable fights, Team Brazil running at them. Delacor sitting here. I mean, you knew just throughout the arrow. He's got no allies with him. I think he might actually go down, but here comes 40R with a double in.
40R's got a BKB and a DD, and he's looking for RRL on the Invoker. Easily takes him down now. Shu as well. Chopped down by that second Astral Step. Sonic hiding in the side. He has Blink Black Hole. He might be able to get him. He catches 3. There's no cancel. This might be the fight. No, they're all still so damn healthy. It doesn't matter. There's no way they can close this out here on 5ManMidas. An ultra kill for 40R. They call the GG. A worthy attempt, but just too far behind.
Yeah, just managing to kill one hero there. So all these series so far today looking pretty quick. Team Brazil, very convincing victory over 5ManMidas, but I gotta say, this has come down to draft. This Enigma, it contributed very little to what was going on. Team Brazil, they punished it so heavily by constantly taking these fights into 5ManMidas. And Lukey, he did excellent as a stand-in here, but he couldn't carry this game by himself on the Night Stalker. He needed more from his allies, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, Night Stalker does need to have needs to be babied a little bit the first few minutes of the game, mainly just because his lane is so weak. And then it becomes nighttime and you leave him alone. That's like kind of the identity of Night Stalker. But this time you just leave him solo in the lane against CM Faceless Void. He dies like 3 times before the 5-minute mark or something like that. And then his game is just borderline impossible. Costa Belay ends up just popping off, going 11-0 and 13. And 40R, of course, coming from the mid lane at 14-2 and 5. I mean, he was just able to invade all these side lanes and create so much chaos as well. Just typical Team Brazil fashion, as these guys are just one of the best teams from South America. And they close out the first game pretty quickly.
Yeah, wonderful gameplay by them, and looking very solid with Delacor now playing on their team for this tournament. One more game to go, though, in this group stage, Ricky.
Yeah, we've almost finished it. All the best of twos. Team Brazil trying to come into the playoffs, you know, feeling good. They're definitely in fifth, so they're not going to be in the upper bracket, but these games do determine who gets 6th and 7th. So we'll be back after just a short break, everyone. Stay tuned for the final game of the group stages.